All right, yeah, we got the camera ready. Got everything set up. Yeah. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? All right, yeah. Hey, guys, what's up? It's Sam Downey here. Here for another video talking about random stuff in the non-binary community because, non-binary represent. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you guys haven't already, at SamDowney44. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you stay up to date with my HRT progress and my transition and all that kind of stuff. Because, a lot of people are interested in me talking about, growing boobies. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, guys. So, yeah, shout out to everyone for that. Update 2, I'm starting to feel a lot of the effects. One of the effects that I have been feeling, which is pretty cool, is I've actually gotten a little bit of chest growth. Nothing that you would be able to tell. Last weekend I was jamming with my one buddy and I was playing bass, right? And I was playing my acoustic bass, which is kind of a little it's a little thicker, right? It's a little bit thicker than just a regular bass. So I kind of had it against me. I was sitting down. It was kind of on my chest. And I feel for girls about this now. It was starting to kind of hurt my boob. Just being pressed up like that, after a while I was like, ow. So, that is something I have been feeling, which is, I think is really cool. So it's obviously that, some chest development is happening. Also, another thing is, my libido is, basically, it's pretty much gone when I don't want to use it, which is, awesome, because, I don't know if you guys saw my first video, but I would, walk 5 meters and then just get an erection, and this was all day. That was always a big problem for me, and it gets kind of annoying when you're I think last time I used the example of shopping at the dollar store and you have to hold up the basket in front of your crotch because you don't want anyone seeing your schlong just chilling in short shorts. So yeah, that's a great thing that's been happening. I'm really happy with that, and it's only been a couple of weeks, so it's just gonna keep on getting better and better. Also, this one's a little more subtle, but I used to go out on runs. I still do, but I would go out on runs, right? And I would get so sweaty. I'm talking about buckets just sweating down. And now I'm kind of just more it's just, I get kind of sweaty, but it's not super sweaty that it's overwhelming sweaty, where you actually have to change your clothes and everything. I kind of get sweaty, but I guess yeah, I haven't gotten as sweaty recently. So yeah, I'm really happy with what's been happening in the first couple of weeks. And if you don't know, I am on estradiol and I'm also on testosterone blockers. I got this question on Reddit. Someone was saying, are you microdosing? And no, I am not microdosing. That is a whole different thing. Some non-binary people do that. That's basically where you're just taking almost a micro dose, yeah. A small dose of usually just estrogen, not the testosterone blockers. And what that does is it'll give you some minor effects. You probably won't get any much chest growth, probably won't get really a lot of effects that are visual, but you will still get kind of the mental effects. You might get a little bit less body hair and that kind of stuff, but you do need the testosterone blockers if you want to get the most effects out of it. So yeah, I am not microdosing, but I know a lot of non-binary people are microdosing, and that is for sure we'll have another video about that. That is a cool thing that a lot of people are doing as well, but I am not. I'm on an actual dose of hormone replacement therapy that someone who is looking to transition from male to female would be on as well, right? The only thing that's different is I identify as non-binary and not female. Another question that I got as well, is your doctor know that you're non-binary, or did you almost have to fake it? Did you have to be did I have to go in and be I want to be a woman, 100%, this is what I want, and then the doctor's prescribed me that, but I'm actually non-binary? No, my doctor does know I am non-binary. She also knows that I am interested in feminine effects. I'm interested in that. Yeah, I'm interested in the real deal. I'm interested in the real deal. Yeah, that's why I am on testosterone blockers as well. And one of my main things was the libido, and you do need to be on testosterone blockers for that. Estrogen wouldn't really do that because you'd still be producing a lot more testosterone that would overpower the estrogen if you were doing the microdosing and stuff. Another thing I wanted to bring up, a lot of people have been asking me this as well, is pronouns. So on my Instagram profile, you probably see that my preferred pronouns are she he, and then they. It has 3, right? It's not just the one like they, them, or the she, her, or the he, him. And then I know some people have like, she, they, or he, they. But yeah, I have all 3. What that basically means is I'm good with any pronouns. Pronouns don't, like, I'm chill with pronouns. It's not really a huge deal for me. Like, you can use he, him, you can use she, her, you can use they, them. Like, a lot of people ask me, but what's your preferred? Like, what do you like the best? From experience, the last couple of, like, the last, like, year or so, from experience, I really like she, her pronouns and, like, feminine pronouns, but I also don't mind they, them as well, and then he, him. When it comes to, I'd say, like, my favorite, I would say are she, her, and then maybe right behind maybe they, them. Like, I don't know, like, maybe that. I don't mind he, him if it's in, like, the right, like, if it's just coming from the heart and you're just, like, you're just kind of oblivious. Like, there has been a couple of times where, for example, I was on the bus one time, and so the bus was $3, right? And I guess it was one of those machines where you put the coins in and then it counts it for you. And I guess I put like 2 coins in at the same time, so one of the quarters didn't register. So it said I only put in $2.75, and I was like in full feminine like look, like I was like full makeup, like I think I was wearing a skirt, a shirt, like a crop top shirt. I was like, I was looking pretty feminine. It was obvious that I was either like non-binary or trans, and this bus driver like blatantly just like got up from his seat and started like yelling at me because I was already at the back of the bus at that time, being like, "Sir, please come up here, sir," and I was like, okay, man, like, that's just not cool. Like, like, that was one of the situations where I was like, okay, you're obviously just doing this on purpose, but, like, to kind of, like, embarrass me. But in the end, like, I don't really mind someone using he, him pronouns. It's not really a big deal for me. But, like, there is times where obviously someone just, doesn't care and, like, they're just trying to be a jerk. But, like, that's kind of, like, life of, living a non-binary life. It's like some people just kind of don't really care, and it sucks, but it's one of those things that you're stronger than them, and you gotta move past that, and you can't really let that affect your day. Now, I get this a lot of people kind of they'll talk to me and be like, yo, like, I don't understand, like, why are like some non-binary people and like trans people like so obsessed with like the right pronouns? Like, why are they so obsessed with it? It's like, I understand why they expect people to just like change how they look at them and how they like refer to them as in like a day. Like, it's like, what's the big deal, right? Like, I accept you as trans. Like, it's like, that's all that matters. And they'll try and almost like think that I'll agree because like I'm so chill with pronouns, and like that is not true at all. I try my best to respect everyone's pronouns. Like, I have a lot of friends that strictly just use they, them. I respect their pronouns 100% because in the end, I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm one of the lucky ones who's okay with like any pronouns. And like, that's actually kind of rare in the trans community compared to other people where it's like that really upsets them when you use the wrong pronouns. So like, that's why it's like, it is a pretty big deal. Even if you think it isn't, at least try and refer to them as like, what pronouns they want you to use, right? If you make a mistake, don't make a big deal about it. People do this thing where it's like, they'll use the wrong pronouns, like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, like, yeah, and they'll try and like practice it like 10 times, like, they, them. And like, you're just kind of like almost like embarrassing the person. In the end, if someone tells you to use a preferred pronoun, just do it. Like, just do it for them. It's really not that hard, and it really shows like respect for that person. I don't know, it's the same as like, someone being like, hey, like, can you call me like, Sam instead of Samuel, like at work, right? Like, I don't know, like that was always a big thing even before it came out. Like, I don't like to be referred to as Samuel. And, I'd go up to people and be like, at work, they'd be like, oh yeah, Samuel Downey. Hey, Samuel. And I'd be like, hey, is it chill if you use Sam by any chance? Like, that's like, I'd prefer that. And it's like, nobody ever was like, yeah, actually, we use Samuel. Sorry. Like, they'd be like, oh yeah, like for sure. I feel like, this stuff won't become mainstream until people get that kind of mindset out where it's like, oh, such a big deal. Like, this is so annoying. It's like, oh, now I gotta like overthink every single time I see like a trans person. It's like, no, like in the end, like if you make a mistake, it's no worries at all. Like, nobody's expecting you to be 100% perfect, but at least try. Like, that's the main thing. At least try. That's about it that I have for you guys this week. As I said before, make sure to Follow me on the Instagram and the Facebook at SamDowney44. I'm also on TikTok, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, until next time, peace!